team for a long time. You're one of the oldest guys out there these days. Do you feel any responsibility to be a leader with this group?
Most definitely, man. Especially with the young guys, all the young guys coming in this season and this year. I just felt like the older guys can, lead by example and, show these young guys how it is.
Coming off a day off and being in full pads today, any more juice out there today?
A little. Team was a little sluggish today, but other than that, there was a lot of people and a lot of other people that weren't sluggish and brought the energy up. So that brought a lot of good energy into practice today.
Who are some of those guys who, when it's kind of a sluggish day?
Honestly, man, it can be really anybody. It's anybody on the team. Today there wasn't really specific players, but as one person started to get us going, that's when everybody started to come together and the energy was there. So.
Being a guy who knew Spencer well, went back a ways with him. Just what's it like going through this camp? And how often does he occur to you? How often does he come up in conversations with other guys? Just what's that like?
It's really, for me, honestly, it's really hard, but I just got to keep going, man. And it's sad that it happened, and we're really just dedicating this whole entire season to him, man. And everybody, it took a toll on everybody, really. We're really just looking to, get that fire going and really just, honor him for this entire season.
A couple times during fall camp so far, Lanning's brought up learning the way football is meant to be played. There's supposed to be a way football is meant to be played for you guys. What does that, when he says something like that, what does that mean for you?
To me, man, it's just really just our 4 pillars, man. Connection, growth, toughness, and sacrifice, really. And we just bring those 4 pillars out, every single day. And we live by that now. So, and especially since Spencer, the situation with Spencer, that just adds more fire to the situation. So.
Coach Lanning says that this team is really player-led. So how have you guys really taken like a practice like today where, maybe you guys did come out sluggish? What's that conversation like in the locker room to come out tomorrow and be better?
It's just more of just, going back and watching film and basically just seeing what we did wrong and just tried to fix those situations. Every day isn't going to be perfect, but we try to make it as much perfect as we can, obviously. But yeah, just tomorrow, just have just different energy, better energy than we had today, and just go over film and, tomorrow will be better.
What's the biggest difference, would you say, between last year with BMAC compared to now with Junior Adams?
There's a difference because it's more player-led. It's more of us focusing and kind of being free to do what we want, but we have to do it in the coach's scheme. We can't just go out there and do whatever we want to do because it's not gonna, it's obviously not gonna work. But as much as options that we have now as compared to last year, I feel like it's a lot better.
Would you prefer it that way? Is it more enjoyable for you at this point?
Yes, 100%. It's a lot more enjoyable than it has been for a couple years for me.
Especially when you guys are looking to replace, Johnny, Jalen, Dev.
Yeah, that too. But they showed us the way, and I'm grateful for being there and watching them and learning what they've done and how they were coming, throughout those years and years that I've been behind them. So I'm just basically trying to use their tools that they showed me, man. And
with those guys gone, there's a sense of, there's some playing time up for grabs this year, some guys ready to step up. Do you think there's a sense of excitement with this group of receivers this year?
Oh, most definitely. Everybody in the receiver room will play this year. There's not going to be certain guys that sit out. There's going to be a lot of people in that room that's going to play. And that's what I'm excited for, man. I'm just really excited to see everybody happy. Nobody really down, bro, but just positive. No negative in the room, man. So.
Yes, sir. And you mentioned the team being player-led this year. Who's an example of that you've seen so far this fall?
One person that has stepped up and I'll give him credit, man, it's Bennett Williams for sure, because after the Spencer situation, he just been fulfilling that leadership role, man, and just trying to push himself better and make himself better. And we know that when he makes himself better, he makes the team better. So that's definitely one person. And I will say the front line too as well. front line too.
Who's the best blocker in this receiver room?
There is none. We're all good.
That's a good answer.
We are all good. But like I said before, just every day, every practice, just get 1% better. So.
Does it feel like there's as much of an emphasis? I know BMAC is kind of no block, no rock sort of thing. Is there that much of an emphasis?
BMAC emphasized blocking a lot, and it's kind of the same as here. How it is now. We just gotta do our job, man. Really, because if we don't block, we can't run the ball. So they emphasize it the same exact way as last year, as BMAC would. It's very important. Everything is really important. Catching the ball is important, same as blocking. So.
What are your early impressions of Dillingham?
He is really, really funny, and I love KD. I call him KD. One thing that I really like about him is he's really, really open. He likes to, instead of teaching us, he likes to ask us not what we prefer, but options, as in what route to run. If he's off, run a certain type of route, just stuff like that. So that's what I kind of like about KD.
Yeah, you talked about the excitement in the wide receiver room. Like, with him coming, it's been a run-centric offense in the past. Like, what's the excitement like with the wide receivers, like opportunities to get the ball downfield more? Is that something you guys are thinking about?
Oh yes, most definitely. We are definitely going to throw the ball a lot more, and that's what I'm really excited for. Like I said before, there's a lot of talent in the receiver room, and we have a lot of talent in this team, and we can't only just run the ball, but we can throw the ball. And we've had a lot of receivers throughout the entire years. But I feel like this year, man, it's going to be a lot of throwing the ball and a lot of running the ball. That's what I'm really excited for. It's not going to be one-dimensional, sometimes, but yeah, I'm really excited for it.
You mentioned about how your coach, how with the young receivers, your young coaches, how they're able to talk to you guys more, like Kenny Dillingham. How do you think having so many young coaches on the staff is able to communicate with you guys better?
I don't think it's not any negative impact. I think it's very, very positive because they're younger. For me, I'm 23 years old, so I guess I would say I'm kind of closer to KD's age than everybody else. But to me, man, it's just better because I could sit down and talk to KD. I could sit down and actually talk to these new coaches and their new staff and have a real conversation with them, man, and just be open and honest with them, really. And they know what we've been through because they're older and they have experience. So just listening to them and having them share stories for us, so we don't go down a different path than some other people. But yeah.
In an age of college athletics where the first time you don't get playing time, guys leave. Mm-hmm. You just said you're 23. You've been here for a while, and I think if you decided to put your name in the portal, a lot of people would have understood. Mm-hmm. Why stay? What draws you here to keep pushing here?
Honestly, in my very, very, I think I would say my sophomore year, I did want to transfer. I did want to leave, just because of of me personally. I dug myself in a deeper hole and I couldn't dig myself out. And the last year with Cristobal, he was telling me I was doing very, very well. I completely changed, and I was doing better with my school, doing better with football in regards to the situation that happened. For me, I just wanted to stay, get my degree, which I got my degree. I graduated, and I just want to finish it out. And on top of that, the Spencer situation happened, so I have no turn of looking at any other school. I want to be here. I want to play for this team.
How much of a driver is that? You still got time to make a big impact here.
I definitely do have a lot of time. I have 2 years left, obviously, but man, me and Spencer had a certain goal, and that was to make it to the NFL. We came here as a package deal, and just me growing up with him, man, and us being together damn near every day, excuse my language, every day here, and just living out our Oregon dream. I have to stay, bro. I have to. There's no and if buts about it.
Thank you.
I know you mentioned the team's kind of dedicated the season to him, but as one of his closest friends, do you feel like there's kind of an extra need to leave it all out there this year?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm going to put 100% effort in every single play that I do, regardless of what the situation is. If I'm hurt, if I'm injured, does not matter to me at all.
Talking the other day, you talked about players stepping up and really taking a leap forward, being a man talking out in front of the room. How have you seen so many players? How have you seen your teammates just kind of grow and just make sure that other teammates hear them and they know that they're there?
You know, like I said before, it's a very young team, and it's a new coaching staff. So we have new parts and younger players to come in together, and just having those people to step up, as in the older people. You know, as I mentioned Bennett earlier, just having people just like that, you know, and making the younger people, you know, feel more appreciated. You know, making them feel like they need to be here, because they do need to be here. They're already here. So just driving them in the right direction, man, is really the best bet. So.
You mentioned your degree. Have you finished up your bachelor's?
No, I have not. But I have my, I'm still taking classes as of right now. But I walked the stage, I got my little paper.
I did the same thing.
Took my picture, so. I'm really excited for that, because I was so dug deep down in the hole, dude. I didn't know if I was gonna get kicked out. I was in a real deep hole sophomore year, freshman year.
What was your focus?
As in like sophomore, freshman year?
No, your degree. What was it in?
Oh, it was in general social science, so sociology, communication.
Good?
Yep.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.